We are today here with Yasha Marcusi, also known as Noah from Fnatic MSI Heroes of New Squad. Hi Noah.
Hello, Daniel.
Can you please tell us for the beginning how did you get into gaming in the first place, and then how did you get to play HON?
Well, I played all sorts of games, from RPGs to RTS games and whatnot, console or PC. I stick with Dota for several years, like 3 or 4 years, and then my brother showed me HON, and at first place I was like, this is a game for kids, because it's just all shiny and nice little colors and stuff. But I started to like the features in HON you don't have in Dota, because Dota is bound currently to the Warcraft 3 engine. And after some time in public games I got picked up by a clan, HBB back then, and started to play competitively, which I didn't in Dota. And this is why I pretty much stick with HON.
Okay, so tell us more about coming to Fnatic MSI and getting to play with two new players. I mean, the old players of Fnatic MSI, Fresh Pro and Trixie. How did it feel for you, Notail and Bot?
Well, our aim in ILX was to get a sponsor, of course. We didn't really hope to get probably the best and most stable sponsors of all right now, considering the teams that are out there in HON. So when Notail and Bot were at my place in Germany for a stay for like 1 week to train together, we were invited to Fnatic MSI. We joined the clan, and during the first days or first matches already, I think the first matches were already a clan war, best of 3 against TWI. We noticed that the gaming level with Fresh Pro and Trixie is way above the trials we had before. Because we struggled always, we were basically always 3 people and struggled to find a 4th and 5th player. And once we were added to the Fnatic MSI roster, we pretty much knew that were the 2 players we would like to play with. And fortunately, they saw that we are the 3 players we want to play. They want to play with us as well. So it just worked out perfectly fine.
When you joined Fnatic MSI, you had like 100% win ratio, right? And then first loss came from Loaded, as I remember.
Oh well, of course 100% win ratio was pretty much our aim, because you aim for perfection in a way. It was bound to happen that we would lose at some point, some match. It was just very unfortunate that it would be EG in the first place, because they're by many people in the community considered our greatest rivals. And of course we were trying to set an example there and show, no, we're the best clan worldwide. So if we could have chosen, we would rather lose to some random team or something, but unluckily, or not enough train, we lost to EG first of all.
Okay, how did that affect your how did that affect atmosphere in the team, or you're willing to practice and play? Did it lift it higher because you wanted to train even harder after that? Or?
Well, of course. I mean, losing to the greatest rival is like a total upset. Of course, it's not good to lose to a random team or something, but then you can say they surprised us with a new strategy or something. But EG is a clan we consider almost on our level. So after this, we had definitely the will to train even more, train even harder, to overcome them the next time we meet, which will probably be DreamHack Winter. And there we want to show the world that's the clan to beat and who's the number 1 in the world. So the atmosphere is great, to be honest.
You guys will bootcamp before DreamHack in Denmark, right?
Right. It's going to be a great time. Gaming and all sorts of other stuff.
Okay, also this time we want to announce that we will be able to play versus the community and versus fans at MSI booth during DreamHack and at SteelSeries booth. So anyone who wants to meet our players, Heroes of New York players, should come there and give it a try. Maybe play 1 versus 1 or talk about strategies and stuff like that. But before we switch to DreamHack, let's talk about some online competitions going on at the moment. For example, you guys won 3 ESL, ICS monthly finals in a row.
Yeah. Oh, well, we pretty much aim for a win streak there, for winning every monthly final in the next, let's say 1 year or something. That would be quite amazing. We have 3 in our package now, and it's 3 straight wins. We did have a tougher time last time because KD beat us at some point, so we came from the lower bracket and had to overcome them with a 2-0 in the finals again. But we hope to set more signs in the upcoming monthly finals to, pretty much win everything there is to win, of course.
Okay, what is also going on is Steel Series Heroes of New Earth World Cup, basically the biggest HON competition so far since the release of the game. It's $40,000 prize pool. The playoffs just started and you guys defeated Team Wallin last night.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, our bracket is fine, I guess. I do think that we have some of the stronger teams, which is not because EG would get some of the lower teams being first seed or something, just because I believe that the EU scene is slightly stronger at the moment than the American team in general. Not saying that there are no good American clans, but there are fewer than there are EU clans. So we have clans in our bracket like KD, like Cats, etc. And we have to overcome them first, of course. I think the greatest enemy in our bracket will probably be KD.
Hey, KD got a new player now. Kebab announced to retire from competitive HON and go back to Dota, right? And they recruited Phoebe, the famous player from Russian clan Empire, but obviously due to some internal problems, he left the team and joined KD. Do you think that will affect their gameplay in a good or a bad way?
I hope for them that will affect their gameplay in a good way, because Phoebe is a great person, I think, and he deserves to be in a clan that is somewhat successful. Of course, second place behind us. But I believe it will affect it in a good way, because Phoebe is a great player, a great individually skilled player, so the greatest problem might be supports right now, and initiators, because Kebab played very good initiators with Behemoth and Magnus and such heroes, and that's not exactly Phoebe's role, so they might have too many solo players or something like this, but we will see how it works out.
Okay, so what would be your greatest rivals at DreamHack? Knowing that this edition of DreamHack Winter will be very, very good for HON, for competitive HON, as the tournament is, I mean, it's not announced yet officially, and the prize pool and stuff like that, but we all know it's going to be a big tournament, as we can see EG coming, KD coming, a lot of teams from Sweden like TSOG, Team Wallin, and Druids, teams like that.
I think our greatest rivals will be 2 teams. One team will be EG, because it will be the match against EG will be extremely hyped up by the community, which will put at least some extra amount of pressure on players, I think. And the second rival will be a team I don't know yet, because you always have to consider the factor of an unknown team surprising you with a totally unknown strategy, just to throw you off the wall, basically. So one team we don't know yet, being our greatest rival, and the other team EG. Some will wonder why I don't mention KD there. I think they will have to settle themselves a bit first before they are on the same level as AG.
Because of the new player, yeah?
Ah.
Okay, so before we wrap this up, any shoutouts?
First of all, since we talked about it, thanks to Fnatic MSI and our sponsors, Steel Series, UGM Slappa and Bigfoot Networks, for making all this possible. And then, well, shoutouts to my team.
Okay, thank you for the interview, and
thanks for the interview.
Probably next time we'll see in Jönköping in Sweden during DreamHack.
See you at DreamHack.